All right, Sween, who do you think is a better fit for the Yankees, Benintendi or Nimmo?
Yeah, I mean, we saw Benintendi, and we know he's played in the AL East and is used to that stuff. But am I crazy to think that Nimmo might be a better fit? The thing that scares me, though, is he's probably going to get a bigger deal. And I think the numbers thrown out there by Jeff Passan kind of make me think about Jacoby Ellsbury dollars, which scares me because it makes me think of Jacoby Ellsbury and what a disaster that ended up being. Nimmo also comes with his own injury concerns from years past. So although I love the on-base percentage, and I think the idea of playing him in left with Bader in center and Judge in right would really make a good, legitimate outfield for a little while. It does scare me going long-term on that. So it's hard to say which one really lands here.
What is the latest with these two, Andy? Is Benintendi even in that class as far as contract goes? What's the latest with these two?
I don't think Benintendi gets as much as Nimmo. It's interesting. That free agency's been kind of quiet relative to Nimmo's. I have more information on Nimmo. I know that the Yankees would like a reunion with Benintendi, but I'm also told, at least by some involved in this, that the Yankees are interested in Nimmo as a center fielder because Bader's only under control for one more year. I think that remains to be seen if they would actually do that. Nimmo, it's not just the Yankees, it's not just the Mets. He is kind of perfectly designed for what the modern team likes. He obviously gets on base, but he also has bat-to-ball skills, which are getting more trendy. We saw the Yankees have added LeMahieu, Rizzo, and Benintendi in recent years because they want contact guys. So you have a contact guy who gets on base and has some power and whose defensive metrics have improved with his positioning, as Nimmo's have in center. That's like go to a lab, create a player that an analytics-inclined GM would like, and he's Brandon Nimmo. So you're going to have I wouldn't be surprised if you had 24 teams that checked in on Brandon Nimmo or something like that. The Mets want him badly. They consider he and Edwin Diaz to be the most important parts of their culture that were free agents. Obviously, getting Diaz back has already happened. Nimmo's right there with Diaz in that list of priorities, but the Mets are not alone. And the Mets are sweating a little bit because of all the interest that Nimmo is garnering around the league.
The Mets and other teams are making a huge mistake here. I like Brandon Nimmo. The analytics and data stuff, watch him. He doesn't hit for high average, doesn't hit with power, not great speed, has no arm, he plays way too deep, balls drop in front of him. Great character guy. Obviously, there's good things about Brandon Nimmo. You start paying $150 million for Nimmo, you're going to find yourself in trouble down the road.
I think you make a really good point about the arm and the playing deep because the metrics have improved and the narrative has improved around his defense, but that's kind of why. It's because he moved back. Hard work, too, but I think you make a solid point there.